to the collaboration. Thank you, and work there.
Right.
Friend, for example.
With Abigail.
Can't mess that.
Love that. Open doors.
My phone.
Yes.
So CJ, I'm a very close friend of CJ.
Booze and Bubbles, like the brand itself, the way she speaks, the way she holds herself, the way she educates people, it's so beautiful.
Thanks for being here, Tiffany. Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Visionary Boss podcast. I'm here with Tiara.
Hi, my name is Tiara Dasher, and I am the owner of Tiara's Eventful Experiences, as well as Tiara's Luxury Photo Booth.
Yes, thank you for joining the podcast today. It's always nice to have like local Tampa event planners come on, so it's so exciting.
Yes.
When did you get started?
So I got started kind of around COVID. It was around 2020, so I've been in business for, 4 going on 5 years now.
Okay, and what is like the best part about running your own business, especially in the event space?
So the best part about running my own business is I can kind of maneuver how I want to, create my brand based on my experience, and just basically meeting, new people and just learning every day to just create. And it's almost like this is my baby, it's mine.
Yeah, so you do like all the branding behind it, concepts.
Yes.
How has that been running your social media and branding while also doing this business?
So that is one of my biggest challenges, is that's why I'm here today, because I'm a full-time worker. I work full-time. I'm also a mom and I'm also a wife.
Okay.
So a part of, wanting to make sure that I build my brand and keep my brand, going up, I want to learn more of that social media presence. I'm not a big social media person in my personal life. So for my brand, it's like, I need to have more of that social media presence. So that's why I was here today. It was awesome to connect with experts and to just get those tidbits on what I need to do to remain consistent on my social media, to just continue to build on my brand.
Yes, and I think with like constant storytelling, posting stories, and also just really good in-feed posts help a lot too.
Yes, absolutely.
Have you been able to gather like new clientele from posting on social media?
I have, and that's what I know that, I want to maintain that as well. I want to maintain that consistency, because I know that I have had clients, that inbox me or DM me. It was like, hey, I seen you at this event, or hey, could you, we have an event, could you do a photo booth? So I have had that connection.
Okay, that's great. And I will always say, like, even if you're not actively posting, if you are showing up to an event and people do find your page and then they tag you, it's like, hey, that's a new way to like get clientele and like people just get interested in your brand.
Absolutely.
Yes. Any takeaways from this event so far today?
Oh my gosh, the strategies were amazing. All of the tidbits were truly amazing. I truly appreciate CJ for hosting this event and just bringing in amazing experts. I did take away a lot. I'm hoping that I can go home and, jot down everything and just come up with a plan and remain consistent with that plan for my business.
Okay, love to hear that, because it's like good to envision and like idealize things, but to like create and execute a plan. So
absolutely.
I think you'll be successful in it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you do event planning, and also you have a luxury photo booth.
Yes.
So how is doing that? So it's like event planning is it's animal of its own, but with the luxury photo booth, what have you learned from that, or like takeaways?
So the photo booth, how I came about with the photo booth is that because I plan events for my clients, and and I normally connect with vendors such as, like event designers or photo booths or different, I was that one, I'm that person who connects them. So I'm like, oh my gosh, so I'm connecting my clients to somebody why don't I get some of these things built up and, bring it to my own business.
Yeah.
So I talked to my husband, we actually invested into a photo booth. So now we have, along with the planning, we also have a photo booth for our clients that it is available, but we also book it, individually as well too. Okay,
that's so convenient. It's like the entire experience for an event.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Any exciting events coming up for you?
We have a couple weddings. We pretty much kind of, trying to find that balance. Like I said, I'm a working mom. And I'm a wife, but we do have some weddings that we have coming up. We have some photo booths that's coming up, and our biggest thing is, for my events, that we want to make sure our clients have a luxury experience.
Yes.
So we always want to dwell on that.
Oh, well, I'm sure like kids and the husband, they look up to you because you're like a moving force.
Yes.
Yeah, you're just like showing how it can be done.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Tiara, for coming on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, where can they find you on social media and your website?
So my website is tevents.com, and my social media is tier_eventful_experiences.
Okay, and then you're in Tampa and surrounding areas.
Yes, I am in Tampa and in surrounding areas as well.
Okay, awesome. Definitely check her out, you guys. And we're back. We're here with Janie from Occasions Only here in Tampa. Welcome to the podcast. We
Hello,
finally have
everyone.
you.
I'm so excited, guys. I have been waiting.
So we met a few months ago. I was in Water Street, and I saw that you had a pop-up for your charcuterie cart, and here we are today talking.
I know. It's so unreal. That was back in November. So I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be a partner at the Sip and Create event. So super excited to see what it has in store today.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. And I've seen your business evolve so much within the past few months. You're a preferred vendor now, I see, for a lot of different events in Tampa. That is awesome.
I'm super excited. A lot of new opportunities coming in the Tampa Bay area. So super humble, super happy.
Happy for you. And what brings you here today? Just wanting to connect more people?
Yeah, so when I found out about the Sip and Create event, I wanted to be a part of it, not only as a vendor, but I wanted to learn more.
Yes.
There is no limit to learning. There is no limit to enhancing your business. So with our key speakers today, I'm hoping that I get to take away a lot from today's event.
Oh, there's so much to learn, and there's an elevated space for this, so it makes it very convenient and aesthetically pleasing to be in a learning environment, and CJ is so awesome.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing.
What can we see in the next few months for your brand?
We just finished doing the NCAA event this weekend, so we do have a lot more events coming, some big deals coming to Tampa, so I'm hoping to be a part of that. Can't name drop anything right at this moment, but yeah, you guys need to stay tuned.
So staying busy.
Yeah, staying busy.
I love that. And how was the event yesterday for the women's event?
The women's NCAA event was amazing. The Final Four, everyone that came through. I partner with the Arenda Collective, so a lot of partnerships going on.
That is so awesome. Well, I'm happy to have you here. Yes. We had to get you on a full episode of The Visionary Boss.
Well, you guys definitely keep me posted on that. I'll be back for that.
Thank you. And where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at occasions_only, and I will be listed there, and you'll see my face as soon as it pops up.
Yes.
So can't miss it.
Love that. And your website?
So the website is going to be occasions_onlycb.com.
Okay, great.
Hi, how are you guys? I'm Amelia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm so excited to be here. This is such a cool event.
I know. What brings you here to this event today?
I'm a creative. I'm a photographer. I'm a women empowerment photographer. I've always loved boudoir, but now I'm kind of segueing into a mobile bar business with one of my best friends, Laura.
Okay.
So we're really excited. I've been in the restaurant industry for 13 years, so it's something I've always loved.
So you have a lot of creativity and a lot of organizational management.
Booze and Bubbles, like the brand itself, the way she speaks, the way she holds herself, the way she educates people, it's so beautiful. And I wanted to be a part of a community where I can continue my education constantly.
Yes.
And feel comfortable. I'm from another state, so I moved down here 2 years ago.
Okay.
So being a part of a women empowerment, like anything, a business, it's amazing.
Well, that's so great. I think Tampa is definitely the spot for that. We are the mecca for entrepreneurship, and there's so many women involved organizations and groups. So where are you from?
Yeah. I'm from Massachusetts, just outside of Boston originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here.
Yes, I'm so excited. Are you from here originally too?
From Tampa, yes.
Yeah.
So I've seen it grown a lot, and it's really cool to see a lot of different businesses grow. I think that CJ, it's awesome seeing her be the preferred vendor for different events, and she's really grown and down-to-earth person, and she's always available to help people learn something new. So I'm happy that you're here and happy to meet you.
Me too.
Where can we find you online?
Online, you can find me at Amelia Jean Photography. That's my photography right now, and then we also just started our other Instagram, Bar Boutique Florida.
Oh, Bar Boutique Florida, I love that. Very feminine and pretty.
Yes. We're going for elevation.
Yes, elevation. And your business partner is here with you today?
Yes, she is. She's my best friend. I met her when I moved down here. I couldn't do this without her.
Oh, that's so great. How did you guys meet, just organically?
So we worked together, actually. Okay. We worked together, we bartend together, and we just started talking and hanging out, and we just kind of bounced ideas off each other until it fell in line, and we realized like this is a dream, and we want out of the restaurant industry. We want something that's ours.
Well, I love that. It's like good synergy,
Yes.
and you guys know each other now. You guys work
Yeah.
together, so
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I think I'm a big supporter of like friends working together,
Yeah.
or even family, if people have like
Yeah.
the same idea and passion.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited
Yeah.
to see what you create.
Me too, and she's a big inspiration to me. So like having that inspiration back and forth is unbelievable.
Beautiful. Well, Laura, we'll have you next.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. This is an amazing experience.
I'm so happy to hear that. It's always nice to see like new faces in Tampa. That's why I just love this entrepreneur space. There's always new people, new things to learn.
Yes. I come here to this country 6 years ago, and there was a new beginning for me. And I love every opportunity that this country gave me every time. And now that I'm with my best friend Amelia, she's amazing, and she really put that thing on me. Like, this is the time, this is the moment that we have to start this, and
Yes.
we are unstoppable.
I love that confidence. Where are you from originally?
Venezuela.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes,
So a lot of different culture, and you brought that culture
Yes.
with you here, and it's like a really great
Absolutely.
influence. Like,
Yes,
we're a big
abs-
melting pot in Tampa, so I think we'll do very well here.
Yes. I think it's a good mix between she, American, and I'm Latin. I think it's an excellent blend here. We are gonna do amazing. I know for sure. And here, like, learn a new language, and now learn how to have a business, how to, about everything. So I'm very excited.
I'm excited for you. I love that. I know that starting a new business can have its ups and its downs, but you both seem so excited, and you're kind of nourishing your idea
Yeah.
and bringing it to light. So I think that's so beautiful, and this is the perfect event for that, the
Yes.
Booze and Bubbles Sip and Create event.
Yes, and I'm very grateful that I'm finding all these women that they are sharing all the knowledge. They
Yes.
are open to help another women too. So we should be like all the time together, like help each other. So
We are
this is
stronger.
the best feelings. Yes.
Yeah, we're stronger together for sure.
Yes.
I know there's a lot of people who have same business ideas or doing similar things, but everyone's so unique in their own way, and
Exactly.
authenticity lives on. So I'm so excited to have you here. I can't wait to talk after the podcast.
Thank you so much. There is a space for everybody.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you. You ladies, it's so great. So welcome back. I'm here with Michelle.
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for welcoming.
Yes, how are you feeling about the event today?
I'm super excited to be networking, meeting other people, other business owners, and just learning more how to grow my business.
Yes, what do you currently do now?
So I am a nurse practitioner and I own a mobile med spa.
Love that. I think we're in the new modern of people like working their everyday job and also diving into entrepreneurship. So what have you learned so far?
It's very hard. It's a lot of hard work. I feel like sometimes you leave a 9 to 5, a corporate job, because you're tired of working for someone else, but you work a lot 24/7 when you're your own boss.
Yes, and your med spa, where is it located?
So it's mobile. I converted a Sprinter van into a mobile spa. So I'm here local in Tampa, and I also go to Orlando.
Oh, awesome. What services do you offer?
I do Botox, I do filler, and medical weight loss.
Have you met anyone so far at the event today? Any new faces?
So far, yes, I met another nurse practitioner in mental health.
Okay, awesome. So there's definitely some collaboration opportunities there.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank
We'll have to
so
have you
much.
back.
Yes, thank you so much.
So Michelle, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Well, this is a very eventful Sunday, a lot of networking and learning opportunities.
Absolutely, yeah. I have not been in this space in a while. I've been in business for going on, I think, 11 years now?
Awesome.
So I don't always get these opportunities to network and things like this. I was very diligent when I first started, but now it's just kind of like, I got, in the mix of things,
Yes.
but now I'm excited to be here and to be networking and to just kind of be learning about brand and content strategy again.
It's always a good reset. I know you can be like in an industry and like do your own thing, but to be able to connect with other people, it's always like refreshing to learn something new and just like have like just a different perspective.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is just that when you, I'm in the beauty industry.
Okay.
So it's sometimes very take a picture, post it, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to be around people in different industries to kind of just see what they're doing, kind of see how they are promoting their businesses and things like that. So, I mean, for the most part, it's very helpful to be around other industries and more people.
More people.
Nature. Yeah.
Well, I'd say like beauty, the foundation of that is people like buying the product. So
absolutely,
it's good to like find different segues to like connect with like your brand with different individuals. What in beauty do you do?
So I specialize in natural hair.
Okay.
Natural hair care maintenance, and also a natural hair care bridal stylist. I think I've been in the bridal industry, whether on the front side from doing events. That is what my background is from college. I'm an event management major.
Awesome.
And then I went into beauty because I've been doing hair in some way, shape, or form since 7th grade.
Yes.
So, but when I moved into the bridal industry in 2014, I was working for another company then, but it was so hard seeing natural brides.
Yes.
They want to wear wigs or they're scared to wear their hair. So when I moved into the bridal industry for myself, I wanted to make sure that I maximized letting them know you can wear your natural hair and it's still very bridal, very regal on your wedding day.
That's really niche and great for you to have that specialty and that like authentic branding, and it's very like, unique. So that's awesome. How are you looking to grow your social media or just your visibility online?
So that's the biggest thing. Like I have like that love-hate relationship with social media that I know a lot of entrepreneurs do. And I just want to be more authentic with it. I think at some point in any entrepreneur's life, we struggle with comparing ourselves.
Yes.
So I think I just want to create more content that fits me and not try to make sure it fits the masses or the algorithms and all of that. So my biggest thing is just being more visible first.
Yes.
And then because I can go up and down with social media. So my biggest thing is to just be visible first. Be there more often. And engaging.
Well, there's definitely a lot of storytelling that you can have for your brand. So
absolutely. Which you hear that?
Yes.
And then you're like, there is a journey to this that I could voice over and things like that. So yeah, there is a lot of storytelling, especially in the beauty industry.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's beautiful. Speaking of beauty, it's beautiful to see that you can have like a platform online and just like kind of dispelling different myths about like natural hair with like weddings and like events like of that sort. But I also think you being in person and going to events like this and sharing that story and talking about it, that's very eye-opening for other people.
Yes.
And now I'm getting ideas of people who I can recommend to you.
Oh, thank you, girl. Bring them on.
Yes.
Fresh faces. At first I was like, oh, do I want new clients? Just because you get so kind of caught up in the people that you have and you come connected with them, you want to dedicate your time to them. But fresh faces always bring new perspective to your everyday life, for one, and then to your business. And so, come on, new clients.
Cheers to open doors.
Cheers, yes. Let's bring it on.
Well, thank you again, Michelle, for coming on the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So, hi, Heather. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm loving the event.
I know, it's so much fun. A lot of new faces, a lot of chances to like learn new things and talk with people. So what have you learned so far with like branding, entrepreneurship?
Just a lot of content creation and how building your brand is, invaluable. Authenticity, vulnerability, which I really try to tap into. So I love that.
I know. I feel like that's like the major trends now, just being authentic, being vulnerable. I mean, with now everything is so highly produced, but people want to like see real people, real stories.
People on social media,
Yeah. And even for me, it's like I'm not on social media all the time, but when I do, I'm very choosy like what I watch. So it's nice to see like those refreshing people who like share a lot of their story.
Yeah, I think it's being intentional.
Yes. What do you do, Heather?
I'm a nurse practitioner. I own a small mental health practice in Tampa.
Oh, awesome. And with having that business, like what have you learned or what would you share with people who are looking to get into that space of like mental health and like just that healthcare arena?
One really great thing about social media is that there is so much out there if you're just wanting to do research and find what path is best for you. whether you want to do more holistic things
Yes.
or combination, because you can do it all. Really, it just depends on what calls your heart.
And I love that you brought the holistic thing because
I do a lot of
people are
holistic.
leaning more into that. So it's always cool. You can like
Absolutely.
learn. It could be entertaining, but also you learn something and retain it and share with other people.
Yeah, looking at the whole person inside out, comprehensive labs and alternative treatments, whether it's supplements or
Yeah.
gut testing. So we offer
Okay, you guys offer all of that. And where in Tampa are you located?
in Carrollwood.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And what's the name of your business?
It's Optimum Health and Wellness.
Okay, I will definitely check it out. And then where can they find you on social media or your website?
Our Instagram is Optimum Health and Wellness Tampa.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Heather, for joining us on the
Thank
podcast.
you.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm here with Eileen.
Hi, I'm Eileen.
Hi, Eileen. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Happy to have you here at the event.
Thank you.
So I heard you're into event planning. So tell me more about that.
Yes, I'm an event planner here in the Tampa area. We do weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, graduations, all sorts of events, for people to celebrate their special moments in life.
Okay, awesome. What is your brand called?
Design Valley.
Design. Oh, it's so cute.
Thank you.
When did you start?
In 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right like around COVID time. How
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah, it was good. I started out doing picnics actually. So once I noticed how much I enjoyed designing the tables and interacting with my clients, I started getting asked, hey, can you do something bigger? Like I'm hosting, this event. So I remember my first actual event was someone's 30th birthday in their backyard. And it just grew from there.
Okay, I love that. I love how you brought up the fact that you started doing one thing and it kind of led you to do something else, and you were in demand and people were asking you to do more.
Yes. Yeah.
What is your favorite part about doing events?
I guess showcasing my creativeness. I've always been into anything that has to do with creativity. So when my clients reach out to me, I always get to design the aspect of the event, come up with the details, which are my favorite part, and starting it from scratch, and then seeing the vision come to life. That's the best part. So.
Okay, great. What led you to going to this event today, wanting to be a part of this?
So CJ, I'm a very close friend of CJ. So I also felt like I aligned with the goals that were going to come out of this event, wanting to touch base with content strategy, because that's one thing that I won't lie, I hate. I hate posting, being one person behind, the scene that's doing it all. It becomes overwhelming. So I kind of tend to not do it. So I said, okay, let me actually sit down and learn about maybe other ways where it's going to make this enjoyable to do, and be able to, attract more clients, and showcase my work, because I have events that I still haven't shared. So yes.
What platforms are you currently using right now? Like Instagram, TikTok?
Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, it is a lot to, plan the event and then also document it and then post it. So I feel you on that.
Yes, it is. So typically with the photographers that'll come to the event, I'll have their pictures. But when it comes to making reels and all of that stuff, that's the part that becomes overwhelming, and then having to post it and then come up with a caption, it does definitely feels like a separate job. So.
Yes, it takes more time. But I would say the good thing about it is that if you are doing the events, people are finding out about you and they're tagging you and saying, hey,
yes,
she did the event for me. So that's kind of a good promo side of social media.
It is, for sure. Yeah.
Well, with all of the different workshops here today, I hope that you're able to get some more tips, and then you feel more compelled to start posting more and sharing behind the scenes.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Likewise.
I love events, so I have to definitely check yours out in Tampa.
Thank you.
And where can they find you?
So my Instagram handle is Design Valley Events.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a website?
Yes, it's designvalleyevents.com.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, hey guys, we're back, and I'm here with Tiffany.
Hey everybody, good to be here. Tiffany, I'm a part of Tip Photography Lakeland. I'm a photographer, so thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. So what brought you to being at the Booze and Bubbles Sip and Create event today?
Honestly, it was mostly just to meet and network just to get out, because I'm not really, I guess I'm shy. So
right.
I wanted to get out, network, meet new people, to see, what's out there, and see if they could help me, build my brand, make it better.
There's definitely power with social media, but I'm old school to an extent. So I just feel like being in the room,
Yes.
that starts conversations. You're able to like learn something from someone. So with branding, how do you think your branding is of your company right now, and how are you looking to improve?
So my branding right now is definitely in, it needs improvement. Just wanting to make, my page more, make it more like, I don't know the words right now, but
And more like engageable.
yeah, more
Yeah.
engageable. Maybe reach more audience, make my audience more reachable, reach the right clients, I think is the biggest thing. So that's pretty much what I'm hoping the branding, I learned a lot here today, so I'm going to apply those things and take it with me. So
People are always looking for photographers.
Yes.
So that's the good thing. People are always looking to refresh their content to capture events. So it's
Okay.
all just about like marketing it, like you said, and
Right.
getting that right clientele.
yes.
And I'm sure you made a lot of connections today of just like talking to people.
I met a lot of people. Christina, I actually seen Christina on social media. I've been following her for like 2 years now.
Okay.
And I finally got to meet her today. So it was great, being able to talk to her, get some insight on how she got started. And it definitely helped me. So I'm going to apply the things that she told me. And thank you, Christina, for the help. So
I know you can always like learn from other photographers.
yes.
I know it's like with the Tampa community, there's so many photographers,
So
but
many.
everyone has like their different niche or
Yes.
thing. So there's room for everybody.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thank you, Booze and Bubble, CJ. Thanks for having this event. It was amazing. Glad to be a part of it, and thank y'all for having me.
Of course. Thank you, Tiffany. And where can they find you on social media?
You guys can follow me at TIF Photography LKLD.
And last question, what is your favorite photography to shoot or capture?
So I like sports photography. I'm not gonna lie, I love sports photography. That's the route I want to go in. One day I hope to play, go and shoot the WNBA games. So that's my dream.
Oh, awesome. I love that. Well, you're speaking into existence, and this
Yes.
podcast is the Visionary Boss podcast.
Yes.
So I think you're on like the right chain of thought.
Yes, and thank you guys again for having me. And yeah,
Thanks for being here, Tiffany.
thank you.
Sterling, welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, I said I would have you back. I just didn't know it would be this soon.
I know.
How are you? How is life?
It's pretty good. I'm blessed to be here. Grateful. So, yeah.
Life is treating you well, looks like.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you have a little summer vibe going.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
it's crazy that I came to the event because when I was on here, CJ was actually here, and I met CJ, and I just wanted to come out and support you guys. So, I'm glad. I like what you guys are doing.
Oh, I love that. See, that's like real like life impact and real impressions in real life.
Exactly.
That translate to, you bought a ticket and supported the event. So that all really ties into the event, which is like social media and branding. And look, I've always admired your social media.
I appreciate that. Likewise.
Yeah, thank you. It's just like lively, engaging, and it's good when people like you follow people from your city and they're doing things constantly and like doing events and just being surrounded by just like different niche things, and it's very local, so you're able to take something away from that.
Absolutely.
Anything new for you, Sterling Springs, with
yes.
a real estate?
Sterling Springs is it's actually getting ready to launch. So the spring season has begun. We're a little late, but it's going to be here sooner rather than later, and I'm excited to kind of start campaigning that and putting everything out. I've been planning out the photo shoots, vision boards, mood boards.
You're a huge creative. I see it all the time.
Yeah, me and my friend, we've been kind of just cooking up. Like my stuff is getting made, and it will be out shortly. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. But I'd say it's not late. It's right on time. Yeah.
Right on time. Yeah. So, it kind of aligns with the brand. We're gonna come alive in the springtime, and I'm excited to bring it.
Excited to see that create more about like creative, nurturing, authentic side of yourself, just like catering to your brand and like creating images. That's so cool. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I would say, so one thing for you, being here at this event, meeting new people, talking to people you haven't met before, what is your advice for someone who wants to go to networking events, wants to go to more social events catered to like their industry?
I would say really just going in with a plan. Like a lot of people might see these people online and think they can't do it, or it might be someone that they want to meet. But even just being specific in your intentions on what you're going for, like you'll see this person's at an event and you want to work with this person or something, then instead of just like shooting them a DM, why not go and meet them in person if you know like they're going to be there? Like
Right.
my friend, for example, he wants to work with this person, even though it might be in New York. He sees they're going to be at an event. That's a risk you have to take because you know you're going to be able to capture them and get a few seconds with them. So I would just say taking the risk to go, and you never know what that might flourish into.
Like that. Timing really matters, and sometimes you don't get another opportunity, so just go for it.
Yep. So
Okay,
that's what I
Mr.
would say.
Confident. Well, Sterling, tell us, where can they find Sterling Springs? How can they get more info on the latest drop?
Yeah, just on the Instagram at @thesource_Sterling, and the brand is in the bio, and we'll be kind of transitioning more stuff over to that page as we continue to grow. So yeah.
Are we gonna see like shirts, merch? What kind of merch are we seeing?
So this is gonna be a running collection: running tanks, shorts, towels, visors, the whole fitness and wellness vibe. So it's kind of what we're going for.
Well, I don't run just yet, but I will start running, and I will sport the Sterling Springs.
That's why we got the visor for the ladies.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Well, you guys, this is Sterling. You can watch his full episode here on the podcast, and stay tuned. Check him out on Instagram. Hi, we're back with another guest on the podcast. Danielle, welcome to the Visionary Boss podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. How are you doing today with the event going on?
I'm great, thank you. I'm definitely glad to be here and learned a lot. Everything is very helpful. I'm glad to meet new people and to be here for the branding and social media, so it's very helpful to reflect and improve my business.
Yes, branding is so key. And what business are you running right now?
My business is ADR Decor. I'm based out of Tampa, Florida, and we specialize in candle and tablescape rentals for events and weddings. So we set up candles along the aisles, that's tables for receptions, and then we do tablescape packages for events like birthday parties, dinner parties, and micro weddings.
That is so needed. I feel like when people plan for events, like sometimes forget those things. Those are like really key details and essentials for like a dinner party or just like a finer event. So what made you interested in getting started in that?
I've always liked events and weddings, and my dad got remarried years ago, and I was helping planning that wedding, and then I've had friends that got married right after college, and so the budget's a little different back then, so your budget's a little lower right after college, and just helping setting up the tables, and you needed friends and family to help that, and I always had a passion for decorating tables especially, so I just started getting into that, and then it just branched off into doing rentals. I loved decorating, and then rentals is a great thing, so you can reuse the items as well.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of your friends are able to utilize your services, so that's like your first clientele that you built out.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, that's awesome. I think that with weddings and events, it's like you always want to cater to your guests and have like really great quality. So for your business, I'm sure like you guys always make it a priority to have like the best looking table layout and the best looking candles, because those things like are noticeable like in person and also in photos.
Yes, that is true. With our candles, we do real and fake candles. And a popular trend right now is doing sand filler candles. So those are now people are also looking for eco-friendly, sustainable candles.
Yes.
So that's a great thing that they're eco-friendly, sustainable. And the sand looks just like pillars. They last for a long time. And we use them a lot in weddings for a long time, like the aisles and tables, and then people have been using them for their corporate events as well. Everything, and then with the tablescapes, like who likes not having a nice decorated table?
Yeah, that's really awesome. Sorry, there's something I wanted to say. That's so cool. That's actually like so cool to me because I'm into like details like that. Being a part of like special moments, like how does that make you feel that you're able to like execute a really great event? People can look back and like remember that we had these amazing details and accents a part of the event.
I'm definitely excited. I love that because I love when couples do like some couples will choose to do a room reveal. And just seeing their expression, I love how like, their vision come together and seeing how this is one special day, an important day of making it memorable and something that make their day even better. Or especially if it's a wedding, of them getting married first, and then what they've been planning and all this time, because planning is usually an average of a year at least, usually.
Yes.
And then seeing it all come together and just like how beautiful it turns out, and makes it an exciting day for them and their friends and family too.
What trends are you seeing now for weddings and special events?
Well, it's the sand candles for a lot of times right now, and then I've seen like the rib candles, like it's a rib candle holders, so it's kind of like a ridge thing. And then for table-wise, I've seen like the caterpillar styles. There's a lot of little round tables in a style of caterpillars. And then draping, a lot of people are doing the draping, so along the walls, and it's like a pinch draping look.
Okay.
People are doing for their backdrops, and then for the welcome area, with that part, it's with the popular trends we're seeing. And then the color has been like the mocha has been the popular mocha and desert rose have been the popular colors of the year.
Very warm. Okay. I'll definitely have to reach out to you for some different events that I'm having and friends who are having local events. So where can people find you?
They can find us on Instagram at ADR Decor, on TikTok we're at ADR Decor, and then on Facebook we're at ADR Decor as well, and our website is adrdecor.com.
Okay, awesome. So you do Tampa, you do like Orlando, nearby?
Yes, Tampa, Orlando, Sarasota, St. Petersburg.
Oh, beautiful. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we are back with Shamira. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so what brings you here today for the event?
So I went to network and just meet some new women entrepreneurs to get to know.
Yes, are you from Tampa?
No, I'm not.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay, when did you move here?
3 years ago.
Okay, how has that been, like, adjusting to a new city and, like, getting immersed in everything?
It's been fun. I do miss seasons.
Yes.
But it's been a lot of fun.
How has it been for business? You do fashion design, right?
Yeah, it's been okay for business. That's part of why I'm out, just to reconnect with people and to let them get to know my brand.
Yes. How do you describe your brand?
I would say it's eclectic and artsy and a little sexy.
Okay, so you kind of killed all the pillars, you know? So your brand, what do you specialize in? Like, what clothing styles?
I do contemporary women's wear. I like to, play with trends and things that are currently going on, but also play with like past and vintage things and bring them together.
Yes.
Kind of where you get the eclectic part. And I don't want to look like anyone else. And so I like for my customers to, have their own style and just kind of bring their maybe most artsy self to life.
Yes. How did you get started into like the fashion world and design?
I always wanted to. So in college, I took a few classes, and I want to say my first fashion show, I just kind of like jumped in. A friend and I, we were like, okay, we're both gonna try out for it. We did it, and it just kind of rolled from there.
Okay, awesome. And then from that time to now, like, what have you learned? What have you adjusted in your process, like, for running your business?
Oh, I've learned so much. So at first I made things like by hand, one of one, and then I started manufacturing. So just like learn a lot about time management, money management, for sure.
Yeah, what do you think are some like trends people should be looking out for spring, summer?
I think everyone loves the cowboy trend, the western trend.
Yes.
Seems like everybody's favorite right now. And it's a lot of fun. You can do a lot of things with it. So yeah, I like it.
What advice do you have for people to like mix and match with like, department store and also like supporting different like designers and like fashion?
I would say have fun with it and like give yourself time, because sometimes if you have an event coming, you're like rushing the day before trying to find something to wear. But if you kind of make fashion a game in your life that you play like over time, then like you cultivate your style, and then you also take stress away and have fun with your look.
Yes, I like that you said that. I think the thing now, everyone's like learning to cultivate with like their body shape and like their personal taste. So everyone's kind of a little different, not like a carbon copy of each other.
Right, that's what I love. I'm like, your personal style, like what's attractive to you, like don't be afraid of it, like, go with it and play with it and see. And that's how you develop your style. I love it.
Yes, well, you look awesome today for the event.
Thank you.
I know we're all wearing blacks today, but we all have our different little things that we added, different textures and the prints and stuff.
Yeah, I love it too.
So where can they find you on social media and your website?
Yeah, so my website is richieclarkclothing.com, and my social media is the same, richieclarkclothing.com.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you today.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for coming. And we are back with Jeff. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, Jeff, tell us about yourself.
So I'm Jeff, owner of Endless Visuals. We're a photography and videography company, specialize in events. We also like to help small businesses kind of get their ideas out there into a video form, really tell their story so that they can connect with their audience. And our approach to doing video is not simply just coming and shooting, but we like to understand what the brand is about and who your ideal client is, because at the end of the day, you're in business to make money. So we want our videos to drive money to like that bottom line.
Thank you for making that point, because a lot of times people think that when they allocate other people to help with social media that they're just having someone just like click record, but there's more to that.
Yeah, it's so much more than that. Anybody can click record, right? I mean, I know videographers that might be better than me
Yes.
at what they do, but I think at the end of the day, the goal is not to make the best video, it's to make the best video that resonates with your ideal client.
Got it. And then with you, you probably work with a lot of return clients. How is that, like, with continuing their stories?
I mean, it's so interesting because you get to see how businesses evolve. It comes from working with small business owners who at first you press record and they just don't know what to say. And then 6-7 months later, everything is just rolling out and they just feel so comfortable.
Yes.
But that's because, you know, we've gotten to the point where we know exactly what the brand wants to communicate. And it's no more guesswork. Like, it's your brand, you know what you want to communicate, and it's just a matter of getting it out there.
Love that. So what is your process for starting out with like a new client? Someone who like calls you up and they're like, hey, I need some videos, some visuals done for my brand.
Got you. So before, we like to make sure like we're actual ideal fit, right? So we take everything that we do serious. So before we even get to work or send a proposal out, we have to get on a consultation call. We have to understand what your brand is about, who you're trying to connect with, and we want to make sure that you're serious about your brand, right? Because obviously we don't just want to hit record and just go. Like, we want to create a relationship to where we're the visual partner for that brand. So we go through a consultation, we ask what your goals are, what you want to communicate. We talk about color schemes and all that, right? Because certain videos might be more cool, some might be more warm. Like the color palette, that as well is important. So we do like a full brand analysis to truly see how we're going to portray you to your clients.
It's not a one size fits all approach. It's very individualistic.
It has to be, because no business is the same.
Got it. And for you, so we are in the era, everything is so short form. What do you prefer, short form content or long form? Do you think that a story can be told within a few seconds?
I think a story can be told in a few seconds, but I do think sometimes if you want to go on a deeper level to truly tell your story, sometimes you have to go past that 30 seconds to a minute. Like, sometimes you just have to sit and tell what your story is, because that is what might attract certain clients. I mean, I've seen all types of clients. Some people have short attention spans. Some people, they like to go deep. They like to uncover those layers. So it's very important to know who your audience is and who you're trying to connect with.
How did you get started into videography?
So I've always been into the arts, all right? So as a kid, I've always been into poetry, music.
Okay.
And I felt like videography was the one thing that allowed me to tell stories, to implement music and storytelling all in one.
It's just like, when you think of like mixed media, it's like a video kind of does all of that for you.
It does, because it can help you evoke all types of emotions. So when we do our videos, the main thing we spend most of our time focusing on is the music, because whatever music you pick, that's what sets the tone. Some brands are more bubbly, some brands are more intense, some brands are laid back. So for us, like, that's where it starts with us. After we've done our consultation and we shoot the video, we have to set the mood.
What advice would you have for someone who has a business and they're, you know, getting videos done and with copyright and with like different permissions with social media, using, you know, royalty-free music? How can they achieve that same ambiance and vibrance using, like, you know, music without lyrics that aren't like from an artist?
So I definitely think if you have an experienced videographer or someone who's been doing it for a while, usually they will have licensed music that you can use to recreate that vibe.
Yes.
But if not, there's always, you can type in certain keywords on YouTube that'll lead you to that type of music.
Really good advice. For anyone who's like, they know that they for sure have to get new content, they need a new visuals, a videographer, and they're kind of scared or they're not really sure, a little apprehensive, what would be like the words of advice you'd give to them to just get started and hire someone like yourself?
The word of advice is, first off, make sure that person actually believes in what it is that you're doing, and make sure that you're not just another gig, another paycheck, or another post, right? Because
Yes.
sometimes people just want to seem like they're working, so you're just another post. You actually want to work with somebody that believes in the vision, that believes in what you want to do, and I think video and pictures, I mean, that's where the world is moving. So I think it's essential to get in front of the camera and truly get yourself out there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jeff, for sharing some tips and advice and for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
So, hi guys, I'm back. I'm with Marcia. Welcome to the Visionary Boss podcast.
Thank you for having me.
I know. How do you feel? You're off the event high. You did your workshop for this event.
Yes, the Sip and Create event was amazing. There was a lot of, I love how intimate it was.
Yes.
It was small, it was intimate. I got to speak about brand identity, and I think, I got to share a little bit about my authentic vitality framework.
Yes.
It's a big keynote that I've been working on for almost a few years now, and now that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, I get to focus on that business, meet new people, and just help solve problems from my own perspective and my own experience. So.
Oh, that's so great to hear. Problem solving, not just at
That's the engineer in me, for sure. That's the engineer in me, yeah. I mean, in engineering school, that's what we're taught, There's always solutions to every problem.
Yes.
Some of them may be very expensive.
Yeah.
Some of them may take a long time to do, and some of them may be very complicated. And so it's always a combination of finding the right solution for the engineering problem. And so I use that in my own methodology when I talk about businesses and in coaching executives and things like that.
I know it all comes down to strategy, honestly. So it's like from your background of being an engineer, being in that world, you're able to add that into like the branding and also creating strategy for clients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a big part, I think, the messaging I want to share is really about authenticity. And, I talk about authenticity not as a personality trait, it's more of a learned behavior.
Okay.
And it takes a process. And so what I'm trying to cultivate is teaching, executive leaders that this is a process of building authenticity, right? Being genuine takes practice.
Yes.
Being able to pull the things that are part of your life, the experiences that you have, and bring them to the table every time you go to work, right? Every time you're interacting with people, that's what builds that genuine trust. And when people build trust, they want to work with you. Right?
Exactly.
They're dying to work with you. They're like, I don't care how much it's going to cost. I want to book you, or I want to hire you, or I want you for my next project, because you've built something that is long lasting, and it really is like a legacy.
Yes, a legacy. And I think with authenticity, it's thrown around a lot, but it's not like an aimless thing, like you said. It's something that it's like a muscle that you're building up, and it's like building that trust and engagement. So it doesn't just take one time doing that; it takes several times, opportunities.
Right, and it's doing a lot of inner work. I think, as leaders, we're expected to lead our teams, and sometimes we grow so much as a business so fast that we don't have time to work on ourselves. And so authentic vitality is a framework that I tried to build for an individual practice for yourself. And so it's something for you to check in with yourself, to make sure you check in with your passion. Why the heck are you still doing this 5 years later?
Yes.
And then understanding your energy level, right? Like you only have so much to give. And then really bringing your own unique self to the table. And I think all of those components are part of my personal operating system, and it's how I fuel myself every day. I mean, when I wake up, the biggest thing I want to do is make an impact.
Yes.
And it could be at someone standing in line at Starbucks for 5 minutes talking about, going to Busch Gardens, or it could be, in a boardroom trying to build a strategy around community engagement. Everything I do, you're going to get all of Marcia. And I'm going to bring everything I can to the table. It's like having a tool belt, right? And you're like, I need to bring every piece of all these tools I have. And some people only bring the hammer. And thinking like, this is my degree in engineering, so this is why you should hire me.
Exactly.
No, you have all these other tools to bring to the table. And, whether you're a leader, I mean, I played college basketball. So that shows teamwork.
Right.
I'm bringing all that teamwork experience of 20 years of basketball to the table. And the hammer, right?
Good analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that, because that's what makes you an individual, and you can, things from your past that you may not feel are relevant, they are relevant. They're always relevant things that you can push when you're working with clients, talking to other people. So I love that. And I feel like today, talking with so many different people, it's like our energies are so sensitive. How do you show up every single day talking to new people, having meetings while also being authentic to yourself, not like draining yourself in the process?
Wow. So yeah, the self-care is real.
Yeah.
You know, we're post-event right now, so
Yeah.
my high is up here, but as soon as the doors close and I probably walk out of the room, I'm gonna need a few hours of stillness and quietness. I think I learned this. I spoke at a conference in Dallas, and then I had to speak at like the morning, like a 9 to 10 segment, and then I had to leave the conference, go to the airport, and go to Austin, Texas for another event I had to leave like and catch a flight.
Right.
So I left the conference, I ran, got an Uber, went to the airport, and I ended up having a panic attack in the Uber.
It's so much.
I didn't know where it came from, I didn't understand it, and I had this panic attack. And then I went to the airport, of all places, where there's like thousands of people, Dallas Fort Worth airports.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no quiet place to just sit in in stillness. And the flight, I have been flying around my entire life. Flying is nothing, it's cake.
Yeah.
That flight was the worst flight. It was a 45-minute flight from Dallas to Austin. Okay, we're talking like going up, coming down, right?
But it was the worst one you had.
Because I felt all this anxiety, and I started thinking like, wow, this is what people must feel like when they hate flying or they have an anxiety of flying.
Yes.
I was struggling. I got picked up. I was in a car for another hour. I didn't calm down till later that night, around 9 o'clock at night. And that day taught me something. It taught me that when I speak in front of a lot of people, when I'm pouring myself out,
yes,
I cannot build. I can't book my schedule 8 to 10 hours after.
No.
Because I didn't understand the draining and how much. I was like, oh, I'm done here. I'm going to go here and fly here. No.
I know. It's like almost like when you have so many events like that, it's like you're closing that chapter and going to the next one, but it's mentally exhausting.
It's mentally exhausting.
Thanks for sharing that.
And I think when I do like Zoom meetings, I was a big component of 45, 50-minute meetings. So every meeting, there's an auto in my calendar where it books 10 to 15 minutes of decompression.
Good.
After every Zoom meeting.
Yes.
Because you can be on Zoom every hour on the hour.
You sure can.
All day long. So I try to build small things in my day where that, even if it's just looking outside for 10 minutes instead of a computer screen, that's enough. And people don't realize that these small moments can really help.
Yes, oh my goodness, yeah. For me, being an entrepreneur, just doing this entire thing, it's like I've had to learn to take breaks, go outside, walk outside, step away from the computer sometimes.
Nature's a big part of my self-care. Even just not having to, I just go on my patio.
Yes.
Like with a cup of tea, and that's enough for me.
People forget that though. People get so like plugged in where they think that they have to like just stay
every
doing
minute has to be accounted for. Yeah.
Right.
It's tough. I think the entrepreneur lifestyle is a balance, and I think it takes time to learn that balance.
Yes.
I think a lot of people in the event today were working full time and trying to run their business, and I have been there.
Yeah.
In the last 2 or 3 years, I've had moments of high motivation to moments of just no creativity. And so it's a roller coaster when you have to work 2 jobs or do something like that. But it's, on the other flip side, you complain about not having time, and then what happens? The universe finds a way to give you time, right?
Yes.
I lost my job 8 months ago.
Okay.
I've never been laid off. And I took time off, and I realized that this is what I need to be doing now. And I wasn't going to leave my job because it was comfortable. It was I had the income.
Right.
And so it took me getting the rug ripped out right behind me for me to even jump in.
Step into
all
this.
in. Now I've been able to build the keynote officially and present it now. And this has been something in the works for almost 2.5 years.
Well, I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
I know, you're so
I got to go to
passionate.
Vegas last month and present, and it was a lot of fun because I could see myself doing it like on a much bigger stage, and that's what I'm really excited about.
That's what it's all about, you know, just like going different places, getting a new audience, like meeting new people.
Making the impact, I think, is the reason why I get up every day.
Making
Is
the
that I
impact.
know that when I leave here, someone's going to get something. They're going to remember, and they're going to come back, whether they come back to help me,
Yes.
or they're going to refer someone to get more, insight, right, and guidance. And I love that. I love being able to leave my thumbprint now all over the world. I used to be buildings. I used to design buildings, and now I get to see things that I built. Now I get to build people. right?
Yes. I love that, Marcia. How can people work with you? Where can they find you?
Oh my goodness, I am so public. Let's say everything is available.
Everything's available.
Stock away. So I have a website. It's called thealvaradoexperience.com.
Okay.
My Instagram and my socials are all the same. It's the Alvarado EXP. So it's the same handle for all platforms. You can DM me on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn are probably the 3 places that I, as an older millennial, use. I have a TikTok, but I'm gonna have to learn a little bit from Kat because
a little bit more.
I gotta be a little bit more raw, and it's hard for me to be raw sometimes. But that's why doing these podcasts and doing videos is something that will be coming out for the Alvarado Experience in a much more consistent manner.
Alvarado Experience, because building people and brands is an experience.
That's right, especially doing it with Marcia.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining the podcast. I wish you the best in all your future adventures. I'm going to definitely follow you to keep up. Yes, and thank you for sharing your
story. Send me the link so that I can put it on my new website because I have podcast features of all the podcasts I've been on.
Oh, that's so, you're so on it. I love it.
I'm trying to be there.
Yes. Well, we love it. Thank you for sharing your story.
No problem.
And thank you for being here. Hello, we're back, and I'm here with Christina.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast, finally.
Thank you for having me. I've been following you for a while, so super excited to chat.
I know. So what brought you to the event today, just like being a part of like the Sip and Create?
Well, CJ reached out to me and said, I'm hosting this event. I want you to speak. And I was like, me? So super excited to connect with all the ladies here. It was a really amazing event.
You do a lot of photography and portraits in Tampa. So how important is it, do you think, to have like that really good branding and like in images?
Yeah, it's super important, especially now in the landscape where there's so many people online, so much competition, I should say, on social media. So it's that much more important to stand out and really invest in your content and your strategy, which I talked about today, and just figuring out like what makes you unique. Because there's like with photography, there's a million photographers in Tampa alone. So just figuring out how you can make yourself stand out and why should people book with you over someone else.
Yes, and for people, a lot of times people think that they have to have new photos and content, that they're a content creator or influencer, but it's also so important for your personal brand as like a business owner, entrepreneur, or if you're just in a certain industry.
Yeah, absolutely. Start with what you have. Like, it doesn't always have to be with a professional camera. Even a lot of the content I share on my social media is just photos and videos that I took on my phone.
Yes.
Like just documenting what you're doing every day and just showing what you're doing. I think that helps to build trust a lot faster and makes that personal connection that like a professional photo is good, but it doesn't really show that side of it. So I think documenting what you're doing on a regular basis is going to really help with that.
Oh, good tips. I'm going to do like a little quick like Q&A for you, so it'll be like this or that. So short. Okay.
I am very indecisive. So.
You're very indecisive.
I'll try to be precise.
Okay. Long format or short format?
Ooh, short format.
Okay. Do you think, for if you had to film a story or a reel, do you think filming on a high quality like 4K camera or filming on your phone? Phone. Okay.
The photographers are gonna hate me for that.
Editing, right? Editing in app or editing on a different program?
On a different program.
Different program. And last one, an easy one. Are you the type of person you like to plan out a shot list, or you're kind of on the go where you just kind of free for all a little bit, just go with the vibe?
I'm definitely a planner. I can't go off. I mean, I can go off the cuff, but I find that I can be a lot more effective when I have a plan. So shot list.
And at least at the end of the day, when you have a shot list, you're going to be like, okay, I got every shot covered.
Yes.
Versus, oh, I forgot this really important moment.
Especially when I learned that, especially working with clients, because the worst thing you want to hear is like, oh, I forgot to get this really important shot that I needed for a launch or something like that. So I had to kind of make myself, or even for the clients who didn't really care about it, I had to be like, no, even if you don't use it, I need it for myself.
Exactly.
So yes, shot list all the way.
So it's like being a photographer, you're also kind of like a brand developer for them too, if they don't know exactly what they're looking for.
Yeah, and I found a lot of clients are looking for that because they're good at what they do. They know how to serve their clients, but when it comes to like the actual marketing and showing up as a brand, they're like, what do I do? So yeah, I had to, and it's not my natural personality to be that way, but I had to really develop that skill because I want to be that expert. When they think about branding or marketing or content, I want them to think of me, not, I can do it. You just stay in the background. Like, no, we don't want that.
No, never that. Well, I think that with your years of experience, like doing the photography, working with different clients, seeing that they're different, unique needs, you're able to kind of branch out and see, okay, for the next clients that I have, here's what I'll do, or here are different like concepts and ideas I will introduce to them to help them further their brand.
Absolutely. And I think with branding, what's different with branding versus portraits is with portraits, it's like you see what you like, then what you see a photographer do, and you're like, I want the exact same thing. Versus with branding, you want it to be unique. So I had to learn, like, yes, I have a style, but I don't want to try to make every client fit into my specific style. I want to adjust and adapt to what they're specifically looking for. And I find that works a lot better than like, okay, it has to be this way, this format, this style. I've even had clients say, oh, I stopped working with this photographer because they were trying to make me fit their aesthetic rather than my brand's aesthetic. So yeah, I had to learn to be more agile in that way.
Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, that's a reality of like the business where, again, people have their own aesthetic, their own mood board and style for their brand, but everyone, you know, the client is looking for what they're looking for. So you have to kind of cater to those needs.
Yeah. And I think having inspiration is good. Like you want to have something to work off of, but not in a way that you're copying what others are doing, and just figuring out, like we were talking about earlier, what makes you different. So like I like to look for inspiration even outside of my niche, because I don't want my work or my style to copy what I see others doing in my niche.
You have to always keep it evolving, innovative. Stay ahead. Well, thank you for sharing those tips, Christina. Where can they find you on social media and your website?
Yes, my website is ChristinaJonesPhoto.com. My Instagram is @ChristinaJonesStudio.
Well, thank you for being on the podcast, and it was so nice to meet you in person.
You too.
And scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That was awesome. I love those questions.
Thank you.
She has to head out soon.
Okay, go ahead.
Nice
meeting you. Hi. It's so bright. I couldn't see your face at first.
Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready. Go ahead. Yeah. And it's gonna kind of move. It's a swivel. It's gonna kind of move. Okay. Kat, is it? We're still recording. I know we were at 2 bars.
Yes, we're just. It's like blinking on like the last bar.
Oh, last bar?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do this really fast.
You guys look good.
Okay. And we are back with Abigail.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining the podcast. How did you get started in photography?
My aunt was a photographer. She was kind of like, as a kid, like watching her, I was like, that looks so cool. And I was always artistic. I did painting. And once I got my first point and shoot camera, it was like, from there on.
Game over.
Yes. Yeah.
How long have you been shooting professionally?
Professionally, I've been full-time for 4 years, but I've been taking portraits for people on and off for like 12 years.
Okay, awesome. I see so much content that you do for Booze and Bubbles, a lot of like cocktail, mixology, and events. So you capture really beautiful moments in the middle of it all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love doing events. I love working for business owners where like they just need someone to come in and capture the little details, because like it's so much work. Like if you do events or any sort of business, or you're coming in and you're setting up and you're like, okay, I'm done, I'm ready to go home, where I can just come in and capture all those little moments that you might have missed.
What is your favorite part about shooting for different like live events and occasions?
It's always fun. Like obviously seeing people have fun, but I love the creativity of like the vendors that I work with. Like every time I go, they have some new concept, or their client gave them a vision and they ran with it and they delivered. I love that. I'm always inspired. I show up and it's like just it tops the last event every time. Like,
I love that.
Like, I love seeing the creativity.
That's so good for like a creative person who just like loves to just experience new creative things.
Yeah, it's always motivating to be like, okay, this gave me an idea, or like I don't know, it's just motivating.
Doing event photography, a lot of the times, do you have like a shot list or like an idea of like what the client wants, or do you kind of just do free reign and you capture some special moments?
A little bit of both. So I always ask the client like what their goals are, what are their must-haves. Like this has to be captured.
Yes.
And then after those are hit, I go through and I'm just scanning the room. I'm looking for the little moments. I kind of have a list in my head of like I know the timeline. I know like this is gonna happen then, and that usually triggers like certain cute photos.
Yes.
So I watch for that, and then I'm just scanning, looking for all those little moments that might have gotten missed or that are fun to see and they'll want memories of.
Do you like shooting people more or like food photography, cocktails?
That's a tough. That's a tough one. I love the details and the creativity of like the cocktails and the events. They're just pretty. They're just so pretty. Yeah, they're so fun. But I also love working with people, like telling their story or empowering them. It's always fun to like they tell you kind of what they're wanting, but people like photos can be overwhelming. Like you always feel self-conscious, and I love it. It makes me so happy when I can show them a photo and they're so excited and they feel confident and they feel beautiful. Like I love that part of people.
Yeah, because people, I mean, God, we're really sensitive creatures, you know, so we want to make sure that we look good, and then for branding moments, especially.
Yes.
Yeah.
Helping you showcase your brand, telling your story, like being unique. Like, yeah, I love that.
For anyone who is like wanting to get like more content out there and to like really like develop their brands, but they're kind of like scared or they don't know what to do or like what photographer to look for, what advice would you give to them?
I would say talk to somebody who has done it for a while or that you love their work. Like if you're looking at their page being like, I love this, send them a message. Because even if you don't have everything figured out, they're going to help guide you. Like you can tell them a few things that they're going to help put together your vision or be able to showcase like what you're needing. Even if you don't have the words for it, you can tell them a few things and they'll help you. But yeah, look for somebody that you look at their page and you're like, I want this to be me.
Yes, exactly. Are you looking for new clients? What's your schedule like for this season?
So I am in Tampa. I actually don't live in Tampa right now, but I'm up here in Tampa most weekends, probably every other weekend. So yeah, I'm always looking. Once I'm here, I want to book the weekend up, meet as many people as I can, have as many shoots. So yeah, always looking to meet new people, have new clients.
Love that.
Tell people's stories.
Business oriented, but also fun.
Yes.
And where can they find you, Abigail?
My website is abigailjoy.photo, or I'm on Instagram, Abigail_joy_photography. And yeah, that's the main places.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for being on the podcast. Everyone go ahead and check Abigail out. And we're back. We're with the woman of the hour, CJ.
Oh my goodness. It feels so good to be back.
I know. I had no idea it would look like this, but I'm so happy it does look like this.
Oh, thank you so much. You know what? I stepped outside my comfort zone and tried to help other business owners out, and I'm just so excited I did.
No, this event was beautiful. Everyone was so kind and like friendly and engaging, so I enjoyed it, CJ.
Well, you want to know something, Kaylin? They gave really great feedback about you, and they're like, oh my gosh, she's the sweetest ever. She made me feel so comfortable. So thank you for that. Thank you for being a part of Sip and Create and just being that added feature that really took our event to the next edge. Like, you know, like people are like, wait, I never did a podcast before. So to give people that experience, I just want to say thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for like thinking of me to be a part of the opportunity. Like every event that you do is like flawless, and it's like you are very intricate with every detail. So I love it.
Thank you so much. No, seriously, it's a lot, but thank you. I really appreciate it.
I think what makes this event so special is that so many people, like regardless if they're like an entrepreneur or if they work full time, everyone creates content now online.
Right.
And people need help strategizing it and branding it. So this event was so like impactful just to get that type of help, you know?
Well, keep in mind, a lot of people don't even know where to even start. Like, they don't even know their brand identity.
Yes.
Like, so if you don't know your brand identity, then how do you know your clientele? So
exactly.
So I'm so happy that people are like, wait, what is a brand identity? I was like, wow, that's the magic. That's the thing that we needed. So yeah, it's just a great event. It was fulfilling. I learned a lot of stuff. I was in between both rooms while the experts were speaking, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that. Okay, great. I didn't know I needed to upload on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Things like that you don't really think about, you know?
Absolutely. So yeah, it was great. And we had a mixed crowd today. We had men.
Yes. We had the men mingling.
And it was just super diverse, and I'm just happy that everyone were able to, in different sectors, like we had real estate agents, med spas, hairstylists, photographers. So it was just a great group of people.
And somehow it all kind of flowed together.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. All the vibes were so good. The music was good. The food, the burgers.
The burgers were good.
The burgers. I was like, ooh, I don't want to be too hands-on, but a burger would be perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, this was very fun. And you know, it's like Sunday scaries are a real thing, but having this event on a Sunday, if anything, people should feel motivated
to go into their Monday, right?
Yes.
Like, ooh, this is like everyone knows Sunday is the start of the event. Not the event, but the week.
The week.
But it's just, you know, like a Monday motivator where you're kind of like supercharged to get out there and take on your business and take on your brand and kind of take it to the next level. So
the world is yours.
Oh, it surely is. It really is. And we haven't even scratched the surface yet. So I think I'm overjoyed today. I am.
I'm happy for you, and I want to see like more events like this in Tampa and beyond, you know.
Absolutely, and I think that this will probably open up the gates, you know. And I just hope to be like a staple to the community. And if we do another Sip and Create, you know, and it's a lot. We are a mobile bartending business, so I don't want people to think like, oh, she's going to be this. No, absolutely not. But because I like to be authentic to my brand.
Yeah.
I wanted to just help out my peers because they'll text me or DMs or anything like that. I just really wanted to help out.
There were so many people who came and sat here and they're like just raving about you, and like I love that. It's like you created like your own community, like online and in person.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to be like. That's what your brand represents. So people see me first and they connect with me, and then they connect with my brand, and it just goes together. Like it really does. It just all is cohesive.
You do it so well, CJ. It's like such a joy having you on the podcast. I still look back at our old episode, and now we have this. So this is beautiful, and I'm wishing nothing but the best for Booze and Bubbles, and I cannot wait to see like how you guys innovate and just like create different events, like whether it's like you're supporting events or you're the preferred vendor, as I see, or if you're creating events on your own.
Thank you, Kayla. And again, same thing for you in the podcast. Like, I am excited to where it goes. Like, I know today is going to open up the floodgates for you. So I hope you have this seat nice and warm because they're going to start raving in. So I can't wait to see the Visionary Boss podcast to go like mainstream.
I appreciate that, CJ. Well, it was so nice having you. Everyone, you can follow CJ where?
At Booze and Bubbles. So it's Booze and Bubbles with 2 S's. And of course, you're going to see my face. So
yeah, you'll see her beautiful face and you won't miss it.